Yeah, I'm sorry, gang. I'm eating a little bit of shit here, but I've caught 20 pips already on this push down. Um, I've been trying to set up and get ready for stream, but I apologize. Look at that. And I closed early twice. Yeah, I caught some of that drop on that 1 hour. You can see here. Look at this dump, dude. What up, dude? What's up, gang? What's up, everybody? Alright, so before I got on stream, I did take a couple of trades. I was sitting down and I sent the Zoom link, so those of you guys in the clubhouse that hopped on the Zoom, you guys would have caught these trades with me. So, I'm technically up 20 pips for the night. I don't know if you guys hear that. It's what the steady life is all about. So we have drove to the bottom of the range. If you want to get continuation sells, you would need a top wick on this 5 minute. You would need something like this to form, a top wick to form, and then a re-break of that 5 low. Would be nice. Yeah, I took a short here on the break of the daily low to the downside here, and then once we formed this, I took another sell on the break of this low, and I closed here. So I closed here for 10 pips on my entry from low to low. And then here from low to low, I closed at around 10 pips as well. The hourly came down, hourly pushed down. We had that pullback. And then the sell on the break of the low on that 1 minute pullback. When you see these pushes on the 1 minute, these are trades you can rinse and repeat, right? You see the 1 minute pushing down, price slowed down, pulled back, created a low. I took a sell stop on the rebreak of the daily low. You can take these trades in confluence with the rebreak of the daily low, right? So once we made a rebreak, we made a daily low here. This was the 5 minute closure. The 5 minute closed, pushed up with no bottom wick. and then the 5-minute flipped bearish. So I took a sell stop on the break of the 5-minute entry instead of the daily low to go break even and be break even by the time the daily low was broken. So now that we came up for that top wick on that 5-minute, a continuation down isn't bad. But what do we have here? We have strong levels here. This could be the very end of the range. So if we do break the daily low, we only have 30 pips to the bottom of the range. And what if price rejects just before that? So you really only have like 10 to 20 pips of clean range that you can take advantage of here. So our sells were in this move here, right? Once we slept this area here and broke through it, that indicates that we're actually very fucking bearish. So now we have to see what happens here. We have another level we can bounce off of here, and another level we can bounce off of here. So these are strong levels that we could take a bounce off of. Let's go to the daily candle. We have no top wick on the daily, and this candle closed doji, right? So we could be getting some sort of dump before continuation up, which makes a lot of sense. What's up, Alfredo? My dog, Fredo. Jamal, bro, my dog. How do you say your name? Do you say Chamal or Chamal? See, look, our daily not having a top wick. We have this bullish momentum here. But what do you notice? Large wick to the downside, large wick to the upside. Gold is indecisive right now. So are we going to bounce off this daily level here and then drive up, which makes a lot of sense? You know what I mean? Which is exactly what we did here. We closed above, we came down, we rejected the daily level, and we pushed up. Now we're doing something very similar, but we broke previous daily low. Now, if a re-break of the daily high after breaking the previous daily low, we now have a much higher probability of price continuing to the upside. So if we grab orders from this area here, we could see some potential buys off this level here, right? Off the 1 hour level, ideally, whenever I have a lot of levels like this, I start to put lines down, and then I'll take the median of all the levels. So I got this level, I got this level, I got this level, I have this level. So I'm going off of bodies only, right? And then I'm gonna go from the top level to the down, and then the middle is right here. So the cleanest rejection would be somewhere here. Right? This would be technically the cleanest rejection for me to the upside, where I would have taken like some wick entries. But now that we've actually retraced quite a bit, we still closed below on this 15-minute closure. We have range to fill on the downside. So where can we expect a top wick? I mean, we're already having the money printer play out. Damn, I think that is the money printer. I might have missed that. Yeah, I think I missed the money printer. Must set a sell stop on the break of this low. On the break of the 15-minute low. If it does activate, I'm not giving it a whole lot of room. I mean, we only really have I guess we have 8 pips till a break even. I'm going to delete this. If it drives, it drives. I'm going to delete it. I'll let it drive, and then I'm going to wait for a higher time frame setup. I don't want to take a continuation down, especially after we froze here. And we're close to where I want to reverse at. The money printer looks good, but after this massive push and then a pullback like this, I mean, it might be enough pullback. When I'm contemplating like this, I'd rather just not get in. Yeah, right, exactly. The entry was off of this right here, and the fact that we pulled back and kind of froze here, and now we're starting to scoop on the 1 minute here, the money printer probability is less. It could drive down, right? But the fact that you got stopped out break even taking it, and now I'm hesitating on the entry, and it's starting to not look as good, this would have activated it. Let's see if it would have played out. So I was gonna give it some room to like here to anticipate a steeper top wick on that 15 to where I can possibly get out with a pineapple. But let's see. Yeah. But see how we're scooping here? We're staying above now. The trend is less now. The fact that we were underneath the whole 1 minute, I was perfectly fine with taking that setup all the way underneath here. But the fact that we're starting to scoop now, we're far away on the 5. I'm not as convinced that this is the entry. It might be though. It still might be. That money printer is strong, especially on this. Yeah. So it could have worked out for us. Let's see. That would have been my break-even point right here. Yeah, this would have worked out. Beautiful, chamo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. I was a little bit late on my entry, and I don't think my sell stop would have been ideal anyways. I think the flip of the 5 would have been a better entry, which would have been like 8 pips prior. Yeah, it would have been 12 pips prior, and that makes all the difference because by the time that we hit the break-even point right here, price shouldn't come back anymore. So the ideal entry was here. If I would have entered here on this pullback, could have taken me out break-even. I don't know. So I think it's good that I didn't enter. What's up, market? How you doing, brother? I saw you peeking a little bit there. So the money printer, money printer. That is one of my favorite trades. I took a screenshot this morning of the money printer that I took. Where was it at? Man, this was such a beautiful trade. Where was the buys off this morning? This morning was at 7:07 in the morning. So it was... I'm lost. Today's the 27th. 7:07 in the morning. Where the hell? There we go. So this is the buy that I took this morning. I guess I can, this is a good example of the money printer here too. But there was more levels. The one that in this morning was easier to explain. So the money printer, whenever you have a closure with no top wick or no bottom wick, that indicates no more range for a continuation, right? So this 5-minute closing with no top wick here indicates that there is no more range for price to drive up for it to retest, right? So when you have a wick like this, price drives, and then you close with the wick, now you have an area that you can retest the break and retest for a continuation. Since there is no wick here, there is no more room to drive. So what happens when the next candle comes up and creates a top wick without forming a bottom wick first? So you see how this candle has no top wick? This candle came up, created a top wick first without the bottom wick. Because of the fact that it came up first without that bottom wick, you're looking to see where is it gonna tap, right? Let's see, where did we open here? So you're starting to look for areas where price has tapped in the past where this could wick off of, right? And then you will take a sell stop on the break of the low here. So candle closes, no top wick. You get a top wick into an area of interest without forming a steep bottom wick first. You want no bottom wick. No bottom wick, so that way you have a sell stop on the flip, and then you'll be able to take your entry here. So earlier today, when I took the same setup, it was today is the 27th, and I took it at 7 right here. What do you see right here? You see the fucking money printer in action. You see the no bottom wick. Price comes down, creates a bottom wick first. Where does it tap? It taps this area of interest here. I was looking for zones in this area, so I had these levels marked up, right? So as soon as price wicked off this zone here, I had my buy stop on the flip of this candle here, and I took the buy on the way up. So you have the same thing. Price is driving down, driving down, driving down. Price closed with no bottom wick, indicating no more range for a continuation to the downside. The next candle comes down, grabs a bottom wick in where it has previously bounced off of in the past, and then flips bullish. You can take an entry here, and your stop loss is dependent on your own strategy, right? So for me, I like to have my stop loss in an area where I can still have another pineapple or another entry to scalp my way out of the trade if it goes against me. So I had my stop loss on the break of this low. Why? Because the daily candle had opened, this was the re-break of the daily high, right? And this was, no, what was this? I don't even know what this was. But if we broke back into this clean range here, right, that would invalidate my idea, and price would holy shit, I'm itchy. Something bit my ass. If it broke back into this range, it would completely invalidate my idea. Why? Because price broke out of the current range right here. It tried to break back into range here, failed, creating a fake out, and then started driving up. We created a bullish drive out, and now we're coming back to retest this resistance, turning it into support. The confirmation that it was turning it into support was the money printer play right here. Right? Once we had this push to the push up here, I had an entry, I think somewhere like in the middle here, something like that. Where was my entry? I have a screenshot. My entry was actually on the candle prior this one, because I took the money printer on the 3-minute instead of on the yeah, no, actually this was the entry on my candle. So yeah, man, you can have your stop loss on the flip of this candle, because that would also invalidate the trade. But in my experience, instead of taking a quick loss, if I set myself up in a spot where I can take a buy off this level here, and then the pullback 5 or 6 pips would put me at break even, I can close the trade out and then let it drive. That's where I like to keep my stop loss. So I would risk a little bit more in order for me to be able to get out in profit. Yes, sir, I saw you. You came a little bit late, to be honest, because I already have 2 trades. So I commented on an Instagram video of a chick who, holy shit, dude. My AC broke, right? But it's freezing out, and now it's too cold. I don't need the air conditioner. She's saying how she only took like 2 losses this year, and I'm like, brother, I've taken 4 losses today alone. Alright, we're about to have a 30-minute closure. Everything is still closing bearish, still driving down to the bottom of the range. Hold up. The 15 minutes also about to close. We still have a level here that we're kind of respecting. This is where I wanted to take those buys off of originally. We had the money printer set up right here, bullish. It could have been a decent entry there, but we're starting to slow down a little bit. This is the second time a 5-minute has closed like this. So the first time it happened, we had a major pullback, and now this is the second time it's happening. So we got to be careful taking continuation sells here, especially with a tiny little top wick for the day. But this lady, she was saying how she only took two losses all year, and I'm like, what the fuck? I've taken 4 losses in a day already. So I got a lot of questions on that, and then somebody asked me why I trade so much, and then I said, just come to the live streams and find out. She's a swing trader. She's only taken like 10 trades all year. 2 losses, 2 real losses. The other couple of losses were her entering like the wrong contract and then accidentally pressing buy in the middle of a stream. See, now that we're pulling back like this, if we start to kind of chill around this area here, we can still take sells. We'll have the celery play coming to the downside. Yeah, bro. I keep telling myself, like, this today, right before stream, I closed 2 trades at 10 pips, and both trades ran for like 50 pips. And I should have just stayed break even and held the trade. But like I told you, bro, options, I was nervous before stream for some reason, and it's because my air conditioner broke, and I was rushing to get here and fucking bullshit. You know how life is, but don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. But that swing trade that I tried at the end of the day, I made the loss back already on this, so I'm good. I tried to take a swing trade, guys. Here. So on this second, so after we grabbed orders here, that we had a push up here, respecting all this level, I took a buy here. And then I closed out on this first dump after we respected this area. And then I closed out like here. And then a little bit later, price just fucking dumps. My swing, well, my stop loss was here at the daily low, but I cut it short right here at 10 pips, 20 pips maybe. So now that this 30-minute closed, right? We're coming down with no top wick. This is doji. We still closed below all these areas, and we've already tapped this twice. Is this the bottom for the day? A flip bullish of the 5-minute isn't ideal because we have this level here still. We have a resistance here. So in order to really confirm that we're coming up, either we have to retest the daily lows and then start flipping bullish again and then flip on the 30, which in that case I can take a buy stop on the 30, or we start to close back above this range for buys up. But is price going to reverse now or continue down? We're coming down without a top wick. See, we were printing perfect structure all the way down here, right? You see the money printer in action. You see all these plays in action, right, gang? You see perfect structure. But now the 30-minute has broken that perfect structure. It's not coming down with the top wick anymore. The 15 isn't either. The 5 minute isn't either. And the 1 minutes are starting to just dump without any structure. So we got to be very wary of what you do here when the structure is starting to fucking crumble like this. Yeah, bro, life be lifing, dog. Good morning, brother. For me, yeah, as you can see, it's dark as shit. Now we retested the lows here, taking a 30-minute flip. Let's see. How can we anticipate an entry here? We just had a fake out if you trade trend lines. I'm not a trend line trader, but I am a trend trader. And trend lines indicate trend. And if trend starts to break on the trend lines, then I have to be aware of that. I don't take trend line breakouts or anything like that, but I have to be aware. Just like I don't really trade EMAs or SMAs, but I use them to help me confirm the trend or help me identify. See, if you would have continued taking sells, I mean, you could have banked on selling off these 1 minute levels, right? You have an FVG here if you're an ICT trader that you could have took a sell off of. Oh, that's why I got that other window open. Is that the money printer on the 1 minute? How's Portugal, bro? It is 8:34 p.m. Right now, it's 70 degrees. So Celsius, I'm pretty sure that's like 21, 22. 21. Yeah, I'm not so sure about buys here or sells. We're closing respecting here. See how this 5 minute closes respecting and now we're driving down? Sketch. The only way that I would confirm that we're completely disregarding this support here, we would have to break below here and then start to re-break the daily low and get some sort of movement like that. That's the only way. So we just had the money printer again. How many times are we gonna print that on the 1 minute? I need it on the higher time frame. Nepal. Negative temperatures? Dude. Dude. It's positive temperatures here, and I'm about to go get a sweater. See, 30 no top wick, 15 no top wick. These 5 minutes are respecting support and still coming down right now to re-break the daily low. Is this a re-tap of the daily low for a push to the upside? What are we doing here? Or are we just going to come down with no top wick on those candles to come fill the next range? So this is an area of interest that I'm watching out for. But we still have range to fill here for 130 pips. So we still have fucking room. So we have a closure, 5-minute closure coming up in 2 minutes. Let's see what this 5-minute closure below looks like. If it breaks a daily low, I don't think I would take a sell because we're respecting this range here, right? I would like to see a couple more confirmations. So we're respecting this range here on the 5-minute. We don't have a top wick here on the 30 or the 15. So in order for me to take a sell on the re-break of the daily low, I would have to see price come down, close below on the 5-minute time frame, wick up here, and then do the same thing that it did here, but below this line. And then I can take a re-break of the daily low. But this could easily be a fake out. This looks insanely clean right now, just off the 1 minute. Not disregarding all of these two top wicks. If I disregarded the top wick idea, I would be taking a sell stop right here, based off just candles alone. But taking into context the no top wicks here, I don't want to. I want to wait for the 5-minute to form something like this below the range, and then the 5-minute will give me more confirmation that we're staying like that. But you see how I took that same setup over here and the same setup here as we were pushing down like this, right? We already had the top wick on the hourly. We already had the top wick on the 15. So when you look at the hourly, we already had the top wick. The 30-minute already had the top wick. The 15-minute already had the top wick. The 5-minute already had the top wick. Everything already had the top wick. The only thing that was a little iffy, we had a no top wick closure here, but the next one came up, created a top wick, and then started plummeting down. We closed no bottom wick here, but this candle came up first, grabbed orders, and then started driving down. And that's when the hourly push started to happen. So everything had the top wicks here, which gave me full confirmation. See, when we rebroke the daily low here, if you would have taken a sell stop, you would have been up 5 pips, but now in drawdown 22 pips. Because we don't have a top wick here, that can throw the entire analysis off. We don't have the top wicks. We're respecting these areas here. We just had a 5-minute closure. It's starting to pull back into range. So this area is a little tricky here, but let's see. If we can get a pullback on the 1 minute and then a re-break of this high, I'll take a buy stop here to fill the range back up. But we need to do that break and retest motion to confirm. Just because we're having momentum up off this support doesn't mean this is the drive up. We don't really, I mean, we do have a lot of steep wicks here, so it could be. So we just have to keep an eye out. This same motion could be the same thing that happened here, where price drove down, started faking out, and then gave us a fake drive and then drove back down. So that's something you got to be very wary of. So we just paused right here. How many pips to the daily low? 40 pips. Australia is pretty cool. I have some, not friends, but ah man, you're gonna drive without me. So this is why you don't always take the rebreak of the daily lows or the daily highs. You have to take into context everything else. You have to take into context that we broke it once and we rejected. We broke it twice, we rejected. We tried to break it again and we failed. And then after a fourth time breaking it, what do you think is likely going to happen? Probably a steep rejection. If this is causing the 15 to flip, then we can start looking for continuations up. And that'll cause the 30 to flip as well. 15.30, we can start to see what'll happen. But just because we flip bullish here doesn't mean we take buys again. The buys were down here. The ideal buys were at this level right here. Maybe on this flip I could have taken some buys, but I wasn't too confident. But the 1 minute is flipping. See, look, if we start to form some support here, scoop on the 5 minute, flip up above the 5 minute 10 SMA, that would indicate the trend is going to start to change. You see how we scooped here before we drove. That's the same kind of thing you want to see on the SMA. You want to see the 1 minute SMA stay underneath. You want to see it kind of act like a trend line and the 1 minute start to drive. So that was a beast fucking question. Perfect timing too. Just to show exactly why you don't always take the rebreak of the low. Was that the 15 flip? That was not. The 15 flip is here. We have 2 minutes for this 15 minute to close. If we would have had maybe 5 more minutes for the 15 to close, it would have been in the center of the 15. I would have had a buy stop here on the break of this high. The break of this high should give us the momentum to flip the 15 and to flip the 30 minute, which should give us that push to the top of the range here, which would be 17 pips before you go break even. But because we're 1 minute away from the 15 minute closure, which would give us a 15 closing with no top wick or barely a top wick, the buys are no longer valid because of how late into the 15 minute candle we are. If it was the dead center of a 15 minute candle, that means that we still have plenty of time for the 15 minute to drive up and down before closing. But if it starts to drive now and it starts to close within the next 30 seconds, that's going to be a no top wick closure. And that indicates no more range for continuation. So these top wicks are very, very important. Very important, dude. This was the reverse money. Oh, no, this was the money printer right here. But I don't have a level there that it tapped. 15 minute closure. What happened? We had a 15 no top wick closure. This candle is coming up. Came down to create a bottom wick first. If we can come down to retest the low here, I mean, it might not even need to. A reflip bullish here might be the move. There is a couple of trades that I can take, but these are lower probability trades. Like the money printer trade right now, the rebreak of this high right now is a very solid trade. But the fact that we're stuck in this range, I'm going to give it time. I'm going to wait. The 5 minute has finally caught up, and I want to see if we stay underneath so I can take continuation sells, or we start to scoop on the 5 minute. So I want to see some more structure start to form here. And if we do start to drive and break above these levels, then we can just scalp our way up and take the same entries like that we took here, right? But ideally, on this 15 flip, I would like an entry. Or maybe the break of this high. But without this steep bottom wick here, a break of this high could be a liquidity grab for a top wick for a push to the downside to refill these wicks. So that's why I am going to sit on my ass right now and give it a little bit. I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick. What's up, everybody? I had to put on a sweater. I'm fucking cold, dude. So, we just started to close above. We have an hourly closure that's about to happen. We came up, we tried to grab a top wick, but failed to drive. This could be a push to the downside, but the 5 minute is forming support and we're pushing up. And I fucking had a burp. Now my cousin was texting me some fire motivation. It was if I buy one, you buy one, and it was a dude and his brother buying Rolexes. That's the goal. This push up could mean a little bit of something. We're starting to cross on the 5 minute. Let's see if we get a scoop. Listen, bro. After knowing several wealthy people, these motherfuckers always have their cars in the shop, bro. Always. So what's the point of me buying a Benz if it's gonna be in the shop every 2 months? Like, shit, dude. I'd rather just get the top of the line regular car than get any fucking fancy car, bro. So we just flipped on the 15 and the 30, right? The 30 just attempted a flip. The 15 is grabbing a top wick for the previous 15. So this might not be the drive. So I want to wait. I'm perfectly fine with missing. I want to wait. I'm also going to be trading tomorrow. I don't give a fuck that it's a holiday. You know what? It's a holiday every day, bro. I have a client that has 3 Range Rovers, and you know why he has 3? Because he loves them so much that one of them always is in the shop, so he can just switch to the other one. A Thanksgiving stream. Now tomorrow morning I gotta fix my air conditioner, bro. So I can trade to maybe 8, 9, maybe 10, but then I gotta go straight to fix my AC. I gotta get up on the roof and weld it. The welding you saw me do today, I gotta do that on my roof. With this 9 o'clock closure, we might be able to take buys anticipating a top wick for the hourly before a continuation to the downside, right? You're starting to get some bullish momentum here. I wouldn't say the buys would retrace this whole move, but you could get some buys anticipating that top wick on the hourly. Or you can just wait for the bigger picture and wait for that hourly to play out before taking more sells to come down. Yeah, maybe I'll do it. Fuck it. Thanksgiving stream. What's the weather tomorrow? Tomorrow's gonna be warmer than today, but then this weekend is gonna be 54 degrees. I might be able to push off my air conditioner repair till later. Yeah, a lot of people would be commenting, ICT says don't trade today. What are you doing trading on a bank holiday? I'm trying to blow my account live, bro. What are you talking about? If we close like this in the next 5 minutes, we've just closed 2 times without wicks to either end. Indecisive as fuck. I want to get out of this range here. I haven't seen any setups here except for this bullish push here on the 1 minute, but because we're so close to the hourly and the 15-minute closure, I couldn't take an entry here. And even then, if I would have taken an entry here, this would have been a trickle up. This isn't a decent drive up. It took Look at all these candles that it took to drive up 30 pips. So this is not an ideal entry that I would have entered. I would have possibly entered somewhere here on the flip of this candle here. But I was explaining something and then I kind of saw it happening, so I wasn't really sure. But now that we are driving up and the 5 minute is starting to close very nicely, we're starting to get the scoop. Let's see if on this hourly or on this 30 minute that closes, we can get a bottom wick. So let's see if we can form a top wick, come back down, grab a bottom wick on the next 30, and then a push up. So let's let it give us some range first. This could be a good entry though. You trendline traders, you just got the break. You got the break, you got the potential retest, the re-break of the high, but we got 5 minutes for the hourly to close. The hourly needs that wick, so I'm gonna wait. Even if I miss the trade, I'm gonna wait. What's up, SL? How are you? Yo, what up, Loss? Let's wait on this hourly. Yeah, I did pretty good in New York. I made all my losses back from last night and then some. I had a great session. All right, we're starting to get a push here. We're starting to get some pushes here. So we're having hourly closure. This 30 minute is giving us some range. Let's be patient. Let's be patient. We can catch a decent move here if we're just patient. We're not missing anything. Let's not get in a move early and then you get stopped out and then it drives in your direction. Let's be patient. Because the 5 minute is starting to scoop here. If this candle pushes, that would completely confirm the scoop here, breaking us out of this range, which means I would need, that would be a bullish engulfing on the 15. The 30 would have flipped. We're closing back above into this range here. So we have a lot of confirmations that we're starting to flip here. The question is, how can we get in? With this hourly closing now, where would the bottom wick on the hourly need to be for us to come up, right? This 30's gonna not give us a top wick. And it looks like we might just be driving. We have no top wick here. So let's see. I need a bottom wick. I need a bottom wick, I need a push up, and then I need a... See, this isn't a full scoop here. It kind of went sideways. So, let's see. Yeah, I had a great New York session. I was done first thing in the morning. I took another 10 pip trade at the very end of the day, and I was out. See ya. Give me some structure. Form something decent. At least come down to here. Wick into this area. Then flip bullish and re-break the high. Give me like something like this. Yo, check out who's first. I always gotta pin the first comment. No. You're gonna drive without a bottom wick, you pussy. With it driving without a bottom wick, this could just be a liquidity grab before a flip down. So be careful. We have no top wick on the previous 30. That could be the money printer coming into play on the 30-minute time frame. So be careful. Maybe without the bottom wick here, this could be the money printer starting to come into play. And if it is, how can we take some sells down? We gotta see. Let's see. Let's confirm that this isn't a fake out. Oh, also, if you guys are into working out, I'm sponsored by this supplement company. So they have, if you're working out and you really want like a gains and shit, these are the only two natural supplements I would recommend, along with all natural supplements. Nothing. These Tonga Ali. This one has the tri blend, so this is the one that I got. Or sorry, this one. With my discount, you get 15% off or 10% off, I believe. And then some stuff is already discounted, so you might not get a discount on the 50% off items. But the pre-workout is very tasty. It's not clumpy. Doesn't make you feel like throwing up. And one of my favorite proteins that they have all kinds of fucking protein. They have like a million flavors. Fruity cereal is my favorite. This one, I mix it with my pancakes, and then I take Fruity Pebbles, and I mix it in with my pancakes, and it fucking tastes delicious. But EddieLifts is the code, 10% off. I have a bottle of the test right here, the testosterone booster, and then I keep a note on it every day that I take it. All right, let's see. Testosterone booster. So these are the only natural supplements proven to boost your natural testosterone. So if you live normally, most humans are between like 500 and like 1,000 on the high end. Um, but if you had a bad night of sleep, you had a hard day at the gym, that nukes your testosterone. And it takes days for you to recover. Let's say you had a hangover from drinking too much, it nukes your testosterone, and then it takes days to recover back to normal. So now you're going through days of low testosterone where your body can't recover the right way. So if you're working out and you're going through 3 days a week where your testosterone isn't fully optimal, that's not good. So with Tonga Ali, ashwagandha, and a few other vitamins like zinc, D3. It also has ginger extract in here, and a lot of the stuff that like Bougie takes, it's already built in here. So all the natural supplements put together will boost your testosterone like between 100 and like 400 points on the high end, best case. So 100 is enough to make a difference. So if you're one of the outliers where it's actually helping you, that is for sure a fact. When your testosterone is at 100%, your body is recovering at 100% along with your diet. So if your diet's at 100%, your testosterone is at 100%, you will be recovering at 100%, your mind will be working at its best capacity, and all of your muscles, including that muscle, will be working to their best capacity. Right. So, the drink is not very tasty. So I prefer having the tri blend in the pills. Like I prefer pill everything, dude. Whenever I take my vitamins and stuff like that, I prefer the pills. If I have to take like any liquid medicine, I go and buy the pill version. I hate drinking anything weird. It makes me like want to gag. I don't know. Like NyQuil, I go and I go buy the pill version of it. It's so much easier to just take a couple of pills. Let's confirm we're not faking out. If we start to break back above this range here, then I can start possibly taking some buys. This would have been a decent buy here off the money printer, but I'm a little skeptical of this range. Ashwagandha is also a new supplement. There's a lot of new supplements that have like the full research where it's not placebo anymore and you actually get the benefits of it, and that's one of the few. And a lot of the stuff has money back guarantee. So if you buy it and you see that you don't like it and it doesn't help you out, you can get your money back. All right, we are scooping on the 5 minute. This buy would have gave us 12 pips. Would it have came back to entry? Almost. 25 pips on sells. Nice. You sold off this level here. So bearish, 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 bearish. Only one candle drove us up like that. If we start breaking back down into range, nice wicks. I knew there was a reason that I was contemplating not taking these buys up, and it was because Wix 9 was in the background selling. So we just closed respecting here too. Jeez. How much range here? 80 pips to the top. Four minutes for a closure. I'll be right back. Let's see. I tried to start stream a little bit earlier, but I was getting everything set up. Tricky area, tricky area. What up, dude? What's up, Randy? Drop a like, everybody. If you're in here, drop a like. Press the button. So yeah, this is lagging my computer a little bit, but I'll be alright. So we have 2 minutes for this 15-minute to close. This 15 is going to close doji. Is this going to be the candle that drives now, though? What up, bougie? Let's wait for this 15 to close. I'm thinking about taking some sell stops here. But we have 5 seconds. We closed Doji. Let's get more confirmation that we're coming back into range. We have a lot of room here to catch something. I don't want to take a sell stop on the 15 and then get faked out here. Asia session is good. I caught a sell here. And then I caught another... Yep. How do I measure? That's a lie. When I go up, it changes. But yeah, I took a sell here and a sell here. And then chop, 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 chop. Waiting for this kind of movement again. What'd you get this morning? See, sells wouldn't be bad, but how do I know that we're not going to use this as support like we did here and then drive up and flip bullish, which would be a flip bullish on the hourly after creating a bottom wick. It would be a flip bullish here, creating a celery play to the drive up. On the 5 minute, it would be a respect of the support here to drive up. So we have to be careful. And we want to break out of these ranges and wait for the proper setup. So I want to break out of here to the upside or to the downside to confirm what we're doing. We're still extremely bearish, but we are starting to pull back. We did fill the range all the way. And then this is the next level we could fill. But we don't need any more liquidity to the downside before driving up. But we do need liquidity from the upside to drive down. So where price is right now, the last time that we drove up, we drove off of these levels when we actually went all the way down to the bottom here. We drove off of these levels here. So we've only wicked off that level twice now. So this could be enough liquidity to drive down. So let's see. And at the end of the day, if we're taking buys up here, we have a lot of bearish momentum here. So is it just a top wick to tap anywhere in here? That's tricky. Very tricky. The 5 minute flipping bullish into support. This is the 15 flipping. We have 2 minutes on this 15. That 30 is going to be flipping. The hourly is going to be flipping. And if we do take an entry, it's only 12 pips, 8 pips. No. I want to get out of here. I want to get out of this range and then take continuations. That was a good trade, Randy. I was looking at that same exact trade here to the downside. I was explaining it earlier. Let's see what we can get. Yo, this song is fire. Let's get it to restart. I need more music here. So we just had a 15-minute closure. It's driving up now. 5-minute close, respecting again. So this could be the breakout. So let's see. If we get a breakout above here and then we start to form this kind of structure above here, I'll take some buy stops on the flip. And then I'll use my hourly as my stops, this area down here. What's it called? I have to download NVIDIA GeForce on here. I believe that's what it's called. I don't even know, or something like that. And then I'll be able to play Fortnite and Call of Duty again on my PC, because I got rid of my PlayStation because I wasn't using it at all. Because on my Mac I can just play all the games that I want. And it's like a $10 monthly fee, and it plays at 120 FPS, the same as my PlayStation. It does everything perfectly fine on the Mac M2, the Mac Mini M2. I have to get a new controller though. I have my PlayStation 4 control. I've been playing mainly Warzone. What are we doing here? So the 15 is starting to flip bearish now. The 30 flipped bearish again. The hourly flipped bearish again. We have 7 minutes on this candle. 7 minutes here. We've rejected multiple times here. We're closing back into range. So yes, if Wix has some sells here and you guys pineappled here and closed here, what if the dump is now instead of earlier on this candle? Now that we've actually formed some resistance here, we've rejected on the higher time frame, no top wick. I'm gonna attempt a sell stop here. I'm not gonna give it too much room. 26 pips. So on stream, we're down 13 pips from last time. So we're down minus 13 pips from last stream. But let's see. Yeah, it might grab orders from here before the drive down, but that's 60 pips. Do I want to keep... How many pips is this? 5 pips. Since our stop loss is going to be small, that tight break even just makes sense. We just had a 5-minute closure below our first closure, breaking us out of this range. Five minutes left. So this has to drive now. If it doesn't drive within the next couple of minutes, this is not a valid trade anymore. See, on the 3-minute here, it's starting to flip up. So if it doesn't drive now, it's not valid for me anymore. We're going to be respecting this area. It has to drive now. So you have 2 minutes to decide, buddy. Nope, I guess you decided now. I'm not giving it that much room. If it doesn't start pushing and getting out of the range, then I'm perfectly fine with taking the 26 pip loss. I'm up like 20 pips earlier in the session, so small losses, not a big deal. I would still keep my break even here though. Let's see. Could my stop loss be anywhere better? I could maybe give it to like here. Some structure. It's as best as I can do. Yeah, I don't want to give it too much room. Even then, that might be too much. That's 37. That's not bad. All right, let's let it play out. So I took like a 50% loss on my live account, brother. Massive. So I decided to set that off to the side and just continue depositing into it. And I, on accident, this Top Step account renewed. I didn't really want it to renew. So it kind of gave me an out to focus on the Top Step account while I deposit more money into my live account. But yeah, on the live account, I have to risk. I can't. For example, like you're trading on a different broker than I am, and with your account, you can open up like 8 entries, point ones. I can only open up 2. You see what I'm saying? So the scalability is not there, and on a tilt day, I can lose a lot of the account. And then I got closed out on margin because you need $200 per point one, but then you need an extra $50 in case you go negative. So you need like $500 to open up a point two. So if you have $500 and you open up a point one and you're negative, I'm closing this trade here. Break even. That was my break even point. And we have a money printer showing up here on the 1 minute. So I closed that out, break even. If it drives, it drives. Yeah. See, good risk management, bro. Good risk management. It had to drive there. It had to drive. Like when I told you earlier, it has to drive now. We have 15 seconds left on this 30-minute and the 15-minute closure. And if we close with no bottom wick here, that's not ideal. I don't want to be in that. Maybe we would get a little bit more of a pop, but then it would reverse on us. So, yeah, I got out there. Yeah, I saw 4 pips. Yeah, see, there's the drive. No top wick. The 30 closed. So, let's see if we can get a pullback and then a rebreak of the low. Let's see if we can get a pullback and then a rebreak of the low. This is where our 30-minute no top wick is. So let's see if we can get a pullback on that 30-minute. And then a rebreak of the low. Damn. Look at me, dude. No FOMO. No FOMO. If it's not part of your plan, you don't take it. Understood? It tapped my break-even point. Price came up. It said $0. So I closed it out manually because I wasn't going to have enough time to put my stop down to break even. No regrets. Now, the fact that this 30-minute drove down, no bottom wick, no top wick. If we do start to flip bullish now, I'll tell you what, boy. I'll tell you what, boy. If we do start to flip bullish here, we could be getting that flip bullish. Yeah, I'm taking a buy here. Or on the rebreak of the high. Oh, it activated me. I'm not giving it too much room. We have 76 pips to the downside here. So on this 30-minute flip, I would be going break even. Right here. Now that we formed that top wick for the 30, this has got to be the drive. If not, this could be the 30-minute rejection to the downside. So I'm a 1-minute scalper with tight stop losses at this moment in time. So 5 pips is my break even, and I'm in that candle that drives. I have to be in that candle that drives. If it's not the candle that drives, I don't want to be in there. I missed it earlier by a couple of pips. Let's get another push. Let's see if we can see 10 pips. 9 pips, 9 pips. You guys could have closed there if you guys had a better entry, but I don't think so. Let's just let it rock. I'm perfectly fine with getting stopped out break even. That's 2 wins and 1 break even. That's fine. Just because we got stopped out there break even doesn't mean we can't continue the trade, right? We're starting to flip bullish. If we continue to re-break this 30 high and start to drive up here, we could be filling the range to come up. Damn, everything is looking so bearish. The 5 is starting to flip over now. We've rejected these highs again. The 15 flip bearish again. The 30 got the top wick now. We've closed below this range. I will set a sell stop here. And we're in. In this case, we have a lot of room here. We have 17 pips here. Let's see here. We just got that closure below the celery. We could see a little bit of drawdown before the continuation. But I mean, we just have so much clean traffic here. So, hands tied. Let's see. Whoa. Wrong way. Where would I take a pineapple at? I think I'm gonna wait here. Give it some time. It's only 16 pips of drawdown. Let's see. Let's hope we didn't get faked out here. I'm gonna have a sell stop here. Let's enter. Pineapple. Let's get a flip on that 5. That way we can go break even. Nice. Are any of you guys in the trade? Nice. This is your area to manage risk. If you guys don't like it anymore, buy this 2 pips, 4 pips. This 5 closed bullish. Let's get that bottom wick though. If we do get a bottom wick, that'll likely be to like here. Let's be patient here. Yeah, the correction back up is definitely possible. That's why I don't want to give it that much room. And I took a pineapple to possibly get out a little bit early. But I do believe that we're respecting this area very strongly. So I could, I'm holding off a little longer for probably like a 10 pip push across 2 positions. That would be 20 pips. It's all good, broski. This was a little bit of a risky trade with the way that I entered the trade. And then I took a pineapple, adding a little bit more risk to the table. So we're about to have a 15-minute closure. So I'm really banking on this push down right now on the rebreak of the low. Whoa, look at that push up. Yeah, that gave me plenty of opportunities to get out break even. So if we do fly up to the stops, it is what it is. There's no more entries for me. No more entries for me. If stops get hit, they get hit. There was plenty of opportunity to manage risk there. I gave the trade ample time to play out. I was really contemplating break even on the next break of the low, but we had that push up. That's really stuff you can't account for. Have a good night, brother. Take it easy. You're not going to see me get my TP smacked? Y'all thought this was over? This is just a liquidity grab. This is just a liquidity grab for Young Edwards TP to get smackarooski. You gotta speak things into existence. Let's get that magnet over here. I'm not a good computer drawer. Chicka chicka chick, chicka chicka chick. Come on. Wang 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 wang. Wang 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 wang. Wang 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 wang. I don't know how to draw a turkey, brother. Do I got skills or what? Let's get this fucking let's get this turkey to take a dump on on price. Come on, turkey. Take a dump on price. Dump it, dump it, dump it. So we just had a 15-minute that closed bullish. We closed just under this range here. The 5-minute candle closed bullish as well. So the chances of it coming back down into range here, and we closed respecting though, but the chances of it coming down to grab more orders and hit my TP are not likely anymore. We do need a bottom wick on this 15 for a continuation up, even though because we've respected this area. So we still need some sort of pullback. We still have a strong level here. So let's see if we can get a pullback on this 15 for that bottom wick. And that way we can possibly get out break even. Shoulder day. I was gonna go to the gym today, but I had to fix my fucking air conditioner. So be patient. Patient, 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 patient. Just be ready. Damn. One thing I hate about automatic watches is that I always gotta set the fucking time on it and the date. I'm like, damn, an automatic watch that never runs out of battery is cool, you know, and tells the date, the time. But then you set it down for a little bit, and when you go to wear it, everything is off, and you gotta wear it for a little bit or wind it to recharge it. You expect the lows to be retested soon, Terpy? So what are you telling me? You're telling me to hold and not be a little bitch? Quite interesting. Where did you buy the case that you keep your watches in? Oh, my brother. Check this out. Check it out. I got this watch that my girlfriend gave me. I got my Invicta, I got my Omega, I got my Casio, and then my Seiko. Where did I get it, bro? I walked into a random ass Walgreens in the middle of Loxahatchee in bumfuck Egypt, in the middle of nowhere where the hillbillies live, and they had a Christmas aisle with gifts, and I walked down real quick because I just went in there to get some snacks and some water, and I saw the watch case, so I just bought it there. So I don't even know what it's called. I don't know anything. No bottom wick on the 5. You've got to be kidding me. The 15 flip bearish hit the resistance here, or the support. That's flipping the 30 as well. We might see a little bit more drawdown. The money printer is starting to show, but we need a steeper bottom wick on this for the money printer to be valid. See, if we get like a push to like here, that would indicate a valid money printer. And I don't want to see no more drawdown, my friend. There's 10 pips if you want it. There's 10 pips if you want it. We've been in drawdown so long and I already break even. There's 10 pips if you want it again. I'm holding. I'm fine. I'm break even. That's how you take risk off the fucking table. If I get tapped to break even, I get tapped to break even. I know you guys like to like swing and shit like that, but I'm a scalper and I have peace of mind when I'm break even. I'm already up for the night. I've already taken 2 break evens. If this is another break even, this is perfect example of risk management to get out in profit. Now, if we do flip bullish, that's a valid money printer. That's a valid money printer right there. That actually slipped me 2 pips. It's a valid money printer. And that is break even. Let's update. That's 2 break evens for the night. I'll update that shit tomorrow. I'll keep this here. 2 break evens. And that's a valid money printer, gang. A valid money printer popping up for you right there. And this is why you close that shit out. Oh, let me unlock this. Move this here. Lock here. Now, where can I retake some sells at? Let's wait for this hourly to close for it to tell us. See how we manage risk and we take into account other kinds of bullish plays. That was a bullish play right there. So I used it to manage risk. I could have held the trade and held some more drawdown. Maybe we reject here, right? And continue on our way down, which in that case, I'll take some more sells to fill the wick to the downside. But we have an hourly closure coming up in 5 minutes. With this hourly closure coming up, I would like to see how we close. If we start to close doji, I would wait for a top wick and then a flip bearish again. I would take, some continuation sells down. We've already closed respecting this resistance again. So you can just take any kind of bounce plays that you want if you're really, really trusting these sells and just keep stacking every time that we pull back. But when you're looking at on the lower time frame, it looks like when you break this high, that price would drive up. We're still underneath all the EMAs here, or the SMAs. We've scooped on the 5 and now we're starting to scoop the other way. So sells could still be possible. I just don't like my entry there anymore. This entry should have drove. After filling the wick, we should have drove. You know what I mean? But we're just respecting all of this here. Since I'm doing 1 lots and the max that I have is 5 and it was 50 pip stops, I don't want to be stacking there. Let's wait for this hourly to close and see what we can do. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. If it starts to drive now, then maybe I can take some continuations and take a resell here on the break of this low again. But we'll see. Whoa, we're getting volume here. Let's keep an eye out on the 1 minute and see what the beat is. We got a few minutes left. I wonder if we're going to get a push down now. I wonder if... So, right now I am... like 50-50. So We've been respecting all of this area here, and we've also tried to close below, and we failed, and we closed back into range. Now we've rejected the top, and we're starting to come back down again. So price is being indecisive in this area right now. So in reality, I would like to see us break out of this range before really having a clear idea. I want to see us break below and continue down, or break above to continue up, because this is enough. We've already met the minimum level that we needed to meet before driving up for the bottom wick on the daily. Our daily candle is already extremely large, and this could be the very end. This is already a 160 pip daily candle that we've driven during this range, right? So the fact that we've closed back above into this range, we've tried to break out, we wicked out, and we failed, means that we have a higher probability of driving up now. But we've been rejecting this on the fucking 5-minute non-stop all night. So does that mean we need more liquidity before driving up? Or does that mean that price is going to continue driving down to fill the next range, which is down here, or here, before deciding to bounce? But we've already bounced off a daily level. We've already formed bullish structure on the higher time frame. We've already formed support. We've already retested the lows. We've already tried to fake out to the downside. So are the sells still valid? I would have to see some more breakout to the downside to confirm the sells. It looks like it possibly is. So I'm like 60-40. Yeah, we have to wait for the way the hourly close. Keeping my position open when we're back into this range here, where we can literally break out to the upside, was not a good idea. I would like to get a better entry. If this hourly stays bearish, right? The 30-minute, let's delete all my lines. If this hourly stays bearish, the 30-minute closed bullish, respecting the support here. So, sells should be not as likely anymore. I don't know. I don't like sells no more. Even though we're bearish on the hourly, we would have to come up and create a top wick first, right? We'd have to come up, retest the highs, and then flip bearish without creating a bottom wick on this hourly. So we would have to come up now. Like now. Retest these areas. And then flip bearish on the hourly. Yo, I see a fucking little red dot on my screen. I don't want to sell now. If you're in sells, good luck. I hope that this shit drives down right now. What up, Richie? I hope whoever's in sells can get out of sells, because without the top wick here, this could easily just be a bottom wick on the hourly for a drive up. Get out of sells. Come on. Come on. Drop. I would have seen 16 pips of drawdown on a stacked position. No thank you. Sells from the open. Nice. Should be 10 pips. You should be break even now. Good shit. Yeah, that was a break even here, and then it drove, break even here, and now it's driving. That would have been my full 10 pips. So, are we gonna get that breakout of the range for a continuation? Damn, it's gonna drive without me, huh? Damn, that was my full TP right here. Good shit. Solid trade. With that being said, that was all the opportunities for the night. I'm happy you guys were able to get out of there. That was 2 break evens that I'm going to add to the chart. I'll add it tomorrow. We could still see some possibility to the upside. Yeah, exactly. Take your 10. So the sells were still good here, bro, but I didn't want to see any more drawdown after we pulled back here. I was like, all right, that's it. That's it. Have a good day. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for showing up. Drop a like. Spam the fucking like button. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you guys learned a little bit of something today. If you guys still held that trade, that's a W. Learn some price action. Learn why we don't take rebreaks of the daily lows as a continuation because of the top wicks, the bottom wicks, and all that other shit. All that important shit. Damn, this is looking good. But I'm done. I caught 10 pips for the night after being break even, 20 pips for the night. I'm done. Have a wonderful night, everybody. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a good Thanksgiving too, brother. Enjoy your day. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up and possibly stream. So, we'll see.